Pet Life Radio.
You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hola mis amigos, this is Vida Doggies with your host Ada Nieves. It's always exciting to be here at Pet Life Radio. Gracias for all your emails. In previous shows, we have talked about organizing parties, how to make sombreros, the party hats. We have in our blog different party themes from listeners and pictures that we have also posted. You'll find a couple of recipes for dog treats as well. So go check them out and write your comments. A mí me gusta. I'd like to hear from you. On this episode, we will talk to Bob and Cuba. They are founders of DPF and our first ganadores. I'll share a recipe of good homemade cocina for dogs, and I also will touch the surface of celebrity dogs. Una pregunta I'm asked todo el tiempo is, how can I get my dog into showbiz? Well, one of my animal agencies introduces themselves and give insights on qué hacer, what to do, con quién hablar, whom to contact, y cuánto me va a costar, how much it's going to cost. I'll also talk to some of the hottest dog models in town, the celebripups. So stay tuned, don't go away.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Pawfume Dog Grooming and Finishing Spray is proud to be a new sponsor of Pet Life Radio. Pawfume's super long-lasting sprays are available in 4 unique fragrances. Each Pawfume spray is fortified with the finest conditioners and detanglers to make combing out your dog more fun. Pawfume retails for only $2 per 6-ounce bottle. Pawfume is available nationwide at all Dollar General and Family Dollar stores. Why pay more to have your dog smell great? Pawfume, Pawfume.
It's time for school for you and your friends, your furry best friends. Train your dog the fun and easy way with Teacher's Pet Sessions. Teacher's Pet host Pia Silvani teaches you step-by-step how to train your dog the fun and easy way. You get 8 30-minute live audio training sessions, complete transcripts of each session, plus a basic training manual to get you and your dog off to a great start. Training begins the moment you bring your dog home. Teacher's Pet Sessions offers positive reinforcement training to shape your dog's behavior and encourages upbeat, enthusiastic responses to ensure that your dog will enjoy learning. Teacher's Pet Sessions dog training is fun at both ends of the leash. So listen, learn, and laugh with your dog with Teacher's Pet Sessions. Get your copy of Teacher's Pet Sessions Volume 1 today. To order, go to teacherspetsessions.com.
Hi, this is Pia Silvani, your host. Bring your dog, tug toy, and treats, and get ready to have some fun.
teacherspetsessions.com.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand. This is the place for a special paparazzi treat. Only on PetLifeRadio.com. Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, guys. Oh, I love the theme song for the show. Thank you, Mark. He's our executive producer. I'm sure he had a blast looking for the music for the show. I have received comments on how some of you can't check off the melody after listening. Now, going back in track, being a dog party planner, I'm always curiosa and want to learn cómo ustedes organizan your doggy fiestas. So I decided on my first episodio to buscar some of the most unique ideas. We had a bark mitzvah, very well planned. A first bark day, really cute and fun, but the one that got my attention was the traveling party for Cuba. It is really original, and they are my first ganadores in the show. We decided to meet in the park to give them their prize and chat a little about cómo la idea originated. Escuchemos. Okay, we are here at Madison Square Park in front of the small dog run with Bob and Cuba, who are the ganadores of our first contest for the most creative party. Yay. And yay! And they had the traveling party, right? Right. Okay. So hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, great.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, here I have your certificate for a complimentary Doggy Gym annual membership for Biscuits and Bath, and I am drawing from the Health Racket Club a 3-day pass for you, so you can also, while Cuba is being pampered at Biscuits and Bath, you can go to the gym. And they have sauna and they have jacuzzi and exercise. I mean, it's a
Great,
spa.
I get to be pampered too.
You get to be pampered while Cuba is being pampered. Now,
Perfect.
How the traveling party idea comienza? How it started?
Well, there's a group of us who met on a dog social site.
Okay.
And there's about 210 members.
Okay.
And during the past 2 years, most of us have become close friends, even though it's international. And we have dogs from Tehran, Australia, but in the United States, we first had our weekend party last year in New York.
Okay.
And this year it was in Charleston.
Yes, we know that
Yes,
you had
sir.
16 dogs
Yes.
that attended.
We have one next month in Pennsylvania. There's going to be 20 dogs.
Oh, wow, so it's growing, it's even
growing,
bigger.
yes.
Well, it really looked like a lot of fun, but I have to say that my favorite, it seemed like the ghost tour.
The ghost tour.
Okay.
Yeah. We it takes a lot of planning because you have to plan for indoor and outdoor events. And if it rains, they're all indoor.
Uh-huh.
So Darcy, who lives in South Carolina, she did most of the planning on this one. And we went on a ghost tour, and we were the first dog ghost tour in Charleston.
That's incredible.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
And-
tell me how that was.
Well, we had this guide, and she just took us and explained all the history and about the ghosts of Charleston,
Okay.
including a dog ghost.
Wow, how
And
interesting.
It was very interesting. The people were scared, the dogs weren't. Except Cuba, he's just scared of everything.
Now, what breed is Cuba?
Cuba's a Havanese.
Okay, and how old is he now?
He's 2 years old.
Okay, and the big question probably is like, where is going to be his next party, or is this a surprise?
Well, the one next month's in Pennsylvania, it's a picnic.
Okay.
But next year, we are looking at Boston
Okay.
or Philadelphia.
Oh, well, we're looking forward to hear
Yes.
about it. Okay, now tell us about the group. What's the name of the group?
The group is DP Family.
Okay.
And it stands for Dogs and People Are Family. We are a private site, so you have to be invited because we actually only want it for adults.
Okay, and what's the criteria to invite people?
A friend on DP Family, just to be a good friend who loves their dogs.
Okay.
And it's a social dog site, similar to what Dogster might be. We have a lot of information. We talk as the dog, and we post lots of pictures and what's happening in their lives. We have events. We have a lot of history. It's all different things.
Well,
you're a member, so you
I'm
now
a member,
know it.
yes. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to spend
yeah.
through it, but I do my best. I always go and check and say hello. It's a lot of fun. Certainly, I have met a great group of people there and some friends.
Yes.
That I know from
From
before,
here.
and
Oh, yeah.
they have
Yes.
joined also. Well, Bob, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I hope you
Thank
both
you.
enjoy your prizes.
Oh, he will.
Yes.
I
Hi,
will
Cuba.
too.
You want to say something, Cuba? Oh, he just licked the thing. Okay. I truly wish hubiera estado in that ghost tour. Did you hear Bob? He said they even had a dog ghost. That is increíble and sounds like so much fun. DPF have a membership of 200-something people. They have been very supportive of Be That Doggy. Mi cariño and love to all of them. Our next winner is ta-ta-ta-tan, woof woof, Millie LaRue for her dog recipe. She wins a nano bed from www.primadogusa.com. Her recipe is posted in our blog along other recetas. Un recipe that Miss Chihuahuas enjoy is a mix of kibbles with habichuelas verdes, green beans, sin sal, no salt, and cottage cheese. Las habichuelas verdes, the green beans, are good for fiber, para la fibra, which ayuda for the anal glands. Cottage cheese helps with proteína. Plus, el sabor is not that bad. The dogs love it. A ellos les encanta. I also give them apples. Manzanas para el aliento. It gives them a fresh breath. There's a book that yo uso as a reference. It is called Dr. Pitcairn's Complete Guide to Natural Health for Dogs and Cats. It has been invaluable in my learning for good home cocina for the dogs. I strongly recommend it.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Give your dog some thought with Dog Thoughts. It's the iPhone application that everyone's talking about.
Hey, what do you think of this? A man in Davis, California says he's invented an application for the iPhone that claims it can read your dog's mind. Huh? No, it's true. Now, I read about it on my cat's Twitter page. That's why
Jay Leno talked about it, CBS reported on it, and now you can see what all the buzz is about. Created just for dog lovers, Dog Thoughts makes taking photos of your furry best friend more fun. Shake your dog and read his mind. On your iPhone, of course. Take a pic of your pup, shake your phone, and watch as his thoughts appear on the screen. Does he have a bone to pick with you, or is he having a tail-wagging day? Get your Dog Thoughts iPhone app today. Just 99 cents. Go to PetLifeRadioPromotions.com. That's PetLifeRadioPromotions.com.
Greetings, humans. What planet am I on?
Welcome to Pet Planet. Here's a copy of Pet Planet Magazine, Florida's most informative and fun pet resource magazine. It features heartwarming stories and informative articles from local and national pet experts.
Excellent.
Pet Planet Magazine offers Operation Planet Rescue, helping rescued pets find new homes. And it's available at 500 locations in South and Central Florida and 24/7 on the internet at PetPlanetMagazine.com. If you're out and about with your pet, you may be featured in Paparazzi, candid pictures of you and your pet. For up-to-date pet-friendly events, activities, and pet-related services and products, Pet Planet Magazine is your final destination.
I shall take this magazine home with me.
Back to your home planet?
No, to my condo in Boca.
Pet Planet Magazine. Check them out at www.petplanetmagazine.com or 352-394-8578. It's out of this world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pet Life Radio proudly presents DSPN, the Dog Sports and Performance Network. Get ready to unleash the dog sports enthusiast in all of us, from speed drawing and mushing to racing, agility, and competition. This is the place to learn all about the dog sports and activities that you can do with your furry best friend and canine competitor. So get ready for game time. DSPN with your host, Lori Williams, every week on demand. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Nuestro primer tema. If I could get a centavo, a penny, every time I hear, how can my dogs get into show business? ¿Cómo mis perros pueden ser estrellas? I could probably be millonaria, a millionaire by now. You all know that I have 4 chihuahuas and they work, meaning que trabajan. Have worked for magazines, revistas, TV shows, la televisión, done TV commercials, national y internacionales también. They even had done sound for radio shows in Germany and England. We have been very lucky with the acceptance in the media, pero esto has not been easy, nada fácil. He tenido mucho trabajo, lots of work, and commitment. It's a constant training. Todo el tiempo practicando with them. De ninguna manera have done this alone. have had help from animal talent agencies that have evaluated them and put them to work. And yes, people, they get paid. Cobran por trabajar. Yo sé el interés that many of you have that are trying to do the same. And since wants you to learn and have accurate information that can be truly useful, planeo to have a series of interviews with the top animal talent agencies in New York City, with the hopes that, número uno, you learn to value your dog and your time. Y número dos, we teach you how to respect the industry to bring more value to show dog handlers in the private business sector and the media. Our first agency is Dawn Animal Talent Agency. Besides being their employee or client, however you want to call it, I am a huge fan. These people run an animal sanctuary and have had the experience to meet firsthand some of their amazing creatures. A wallaby, which is kind of a mini kangaroo, camellos, they're camels, a giant turtle, una tortuga gigante who really thinks is human, even reindeers. I can be with them every single day. I don't think we'll be tired or stop from being amazed. But I'm sure it's a lot of work for them, and they do take donations or volunteers willing to lend a hand. But let me allow Diane to tell us about it all, the sanctuary and the Animal Talent Agency. Hola, Diane.
Hola.
Oh, hola. First I want to thank you for coming to chat with us. I know that you're very busy, so I appreciate that very much. Muchas gracias, señorita.
My pleasure.
Okay. Why don't you first introduce yourself and tell us your role in the agency?
Oh, I'm Diane Katz, and I'm from Dawn Animal Agency in New York, and I am the talent coordinator. We hire animals for the media. It could be TV, stage, special events, movies. We do it all, including the Radio City Musical Christmas show.
Yes, which I have been witness to. and the blessing of the animals. Yes, you guys do it all. I'm glad that we start on that point because you know, of course, that my Chihuahuas have been working for almost 4 years now. We've been very blessed and lucky. Thank you, guys. We have the magazine, TV commercial. Well, you know, the same thing. I'm always, you know, one thing that people is always asking us is how can they do the same? As a talent agent, what advice can you give them?
Well, the main thing is you have to start with training. That's the first thing. So many people think it's only a pretty face, but that won't do it.
I'm glad you're clarifying that. Yes.
Yes. You need to have the proper training, obedience training. They don't have to be experts in tricks, but basic obedience will handle most jobs.
It would take them a long way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be the beginning, is to get the training. We recommend group training usually because in that way they have many distractions. And on a set, that's what happens. There are many distractions. The dog has to get used to it. And the other thing is, not every dog is made for this business.
That was going to be my next question. Okay. That's great. Yeah, because we know that all the pets, like you said, are priceless to each of us and the dog owners. So what criteria is used when choosing a pet actor model to work, and how does that work?
Well, they have to be outgoing, well socialized, and enjoy people, and they can't be afraid. If they're very shy, it won't work.
It won't work, yes.
You know?
Because of the distractions that are on set, like you mentioned, there's a lot of noise and people, and
And they can't be overly aggressive. You can't have a fear biter biting a model. So temperament is essential.
It's essential.
You have to have a very good temperament. Another thing that's very important is for the owners, availability. Can you be available when you need it? Some people can't get away from their jobs. Now,
I have the experience. I've been called like 5 minutes before.
People like you, Abe. we know we can rely upon. You can get to the job and you're responsible. So that's who we're going to call first, the people we know we can rely upon. And the pets always have to be ready.
Yes.
Now, when you're getting a pet, grooming is also a consideration. If you are going to pick a long-haired pet, you have to either be able to groom it yourself or have a steady groomer that will take you immediately. Because you can't go on a set with a straggly, dirty,
smelly
or
dog,
Right, right.
or pet, whatever. Because let's clarify that it cannot it doesn't have to be only a dog. It could be a cat or a hamster.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know that you guys work with snakes.
Everything.
All type of creatures.
Like for Radio City and Blessing the Animals, we have the camels and sheep and various exotic animals. So we supply everything. The training is a little different as far as other things. For instance, with cats, it's a much longer process. Getting them used to taking commands, and some cats.
But they can do it.
Yeah.
But they can do it.
You have to have specific ones that, are willing and anxious to please.
It's a commitment. It's a commitment. If you really want to get into this business, it's going to take a lot from you and a lot of patience and love.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, but besides the training, okay, because I hear that a lot of people are always asking, how much is going to cost me for my pet to be seen by a pet agent, or to be considered to work?
There should be no fees involved. There are many that will try to invoke a fee process that I will show, but there actually should not be, and there is no fee when you register with Dawn Animal Agency. As I said, there are others that are utilizing that as a business that we will make
and it is sad because I have seen on my own hands how some, like you said, some probably companies process a fee, and at the end the pet owner don't see anything from it.
Right. You see, because there really is no guarantee that the animal will work. My recommendation is, while you're waiting for work, for instance, when I was starting out with my toy poodle, it was a time at which there were no calls for poodles. They go through trends, and so what I did is I put together my own act. I went to any kind of event that was around, like a lot of the ones that you hold, Ada, would be perfect for that. And kept the dog as active as possible. Exactly. Then when the jobs did come, the dog was ready.
Yes, because for him was another day.
Yeah.
Another regular day, having fun with the other dogs or pets.
Yeah, and also like advancing in training. I had the dog in obedience trials, and they advanced to different degrees. So the dog was getting better and better.
Oh, that's great.
And that would be a goal to work with.
Yeah, and I know we have, like, here in the city a group that is very involved in agility and training.
Oh, yes.
And just as a sport for the dogs, it's just pure fun.
Right. And that's another point, that you can't do it because you think, I can quit my job, my dog will work. It doesn't usually work like that.
And I am witness of that.
Yeah, we always say, keep your day job. But the dog can get work, but it's nothing, that can provide such a tremendous income. It's insecure work.
Well, and I think that would bring us to our next discussion, which is that I feel it's important to educate the pet owners or the handlers on the importance of not undervalue their time and their pets, because sometimes they go to work for free when called by small productions, and that really it hurts the business of So what's your take on that?
Well, there's another aspect also when actors, let's say, belong to a union. The union will say, bring along your dog or your cat, and give them a minimal fee for it. Well, see, that is interfering with the agencies who will get a standard fee,
Exactly.
which would work out well for everyone
Exactly,
around.
and something that will be more fair, considering that all the time and effort that you put on your pet, plus the time that you're gonna be getting, like you said, if you're somebody who is working, which it normally is, you have to take time from your job.
That's right.
A vacation day, a leave or whatever to go and do.
I know
the work.
They're assuming. They're working on the naivety of the pet owner. So sometimes they'll see someone walking down the street and say, "Oh, let me photograph your pet. I'll put you in a magazine and we'll give you a free copy."
Exactly, and they get a few hundreds on their pockets.
People will get a big thrill out of it. And quite often there's no pay involved. But the person that's selling it gets paid.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the person who has the dog, because of the love that they have for that pet, they'll do anything. But what they're not realizing is that other person out there, a production company, a photographer, whatever, is going to sell that picture. It's going to sell whatever job the dog did and make money out of it. It's not fair.
It isn't fair.
For
the
them.
people that are doing this
Exactly.
as a living. And in our case, we are not only paying our rent, we are supporting our sanctuary, in which we have over 700 animals that we have rescued.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah. But we're gonna get to that soon, because I really want our listeners to learn about the sanctuary, who is like one of my favorites. So I mean, I'm just amazed on that one. Now, but what to give an idea on dogs' working rate and hours? How that be?
Well, it's hard to really pinpoint a rate because it varies
by the job.
Like, each job is a little different, and then
by the animal qualities, I guess, also.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, if they require a special trick or something like that, then we might need prep time for it, and we might have to charge more for that. We may need 2 trainers for the particular action that
like we had the experience for Vanilla's commercial, where we had to go a few times to have her feeding.
We had to have so as I say, you can't really pinpoint what they would earn.
But let's say probably we start like on the $25 per hour, or it could be less than that.
You can't say by hour, because quite often it's like a 2-hour rate is going to be different than an 8-hour, because a full day you get less.
Okay.
Because the
client so it would be more by the job and by the type of job that they'll do. Okay. Right. Now, when the dogs are working, I mean, who watches for the dog's best interest, and how long do they have to perform? Well, that again depends on the job?
Yes. And we most often will have our own trainers on set in addition to the owner. And that way we are sure that everything is going smoothly and no one is taking advantage of the animal.
Exactly.
There is also an organization called American Humane Association that appears on various commercial and film sets, and they also are there to be sure no animals were harmed during the filming.
And then as a person that have their animals working, I appreciate that so much, because it gives me like somebody to rely on that is neutral.
That's right.
On the ground.
Yeah, no, you're right. And also, you're insured through us. When they pick up an animal from the street, they don't know what they're, what's going to happen.
Exactly. And that's very important for the company that's hiring the pets.
Right.
That, they have someone in the background that has insurance, that is bonded, and then they are going to respond for the job for the animal, not only to the company but to the owner too, because it's a protection for both.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Then then overall, what the pet owner needs to do to start in a business will be like to train the dog. How about the portfolio?
Socializing, training, those are essential. working with dog on a regular basis. And then if it's a small dog, particularly get them used to clothing.
Yes.
As you know, that can come in handy. Those are all.
So, and then to have a portfolio, would that be useful?
Okay.
Or it could be like photos taken at home.
Okay.
Would that work too?
The photos are important. They can be snapshots, but they should not show any red eye or anything like that. The dogs are usually hired from the photos.
Yes.
So that's why you might have a much better dog, but if someone has a better picture, that animal will probably be hired.
Okay.
So it's essential. The picture should have.
So it's good to have like the animal in different poses, with clothes, without clothes. What would you say?
Well, basically, it should be a position where we can see the whole body. So like a sitting, and then maybe standing, but looking at the camera.
Okay.
That's very important. And then if the dog does cock its head or anything like that.
Yeah, that look cute in the photo
very
to
good.
capture the attention of the moment. Yes.
And
Well, I don't want to forget, and I'm sorry that I'm interrupting, that it's also important that dogs are vaccinated.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, sure. No, you can't. Even in training classes, you can't have the dogs in without any vaccination.
Because I mean, with the interest on natural health that is all taking us, right now. There's a lot of people that are against vaccinations, and they should know that an animal that is not vaccinated cannot be working.
And also, like when we're on a set, if they tell us an animal is from somewhere else, we will usually say, well, we can't be near that animal because we don't know that animal's background, and we don't want to take a chance with our animals catching anything. So and
not only for the other animals, but only for the humans, because that was the discussion that I had at the Animal Medical Center here, and then it was explained, the vaccination, it protects the animal, but in reality, it's to control, an epidemic on human. So they don't get the diseases of some of the you can get from animals that are stray or even at home, because you walk them on the street, you cannot see bacteria.
No, that's right. You have to be very careful. You have to be a very concerned and alert pet owner in general.
Well, that's all very interesting, but let's go to another to the other area that I want everyone to hear about, and it's the sanctuary.
Now that's why we do what we do. It's the sanctuary.
Let me wait till that goes through, because it's gonna take it. It's coming out really nice.
You're so easy. You're natural.
I have to write things to follow, because otherwise I just go. I forget everything, but this is doing pretty good. And then they clean.
They'll edit it.
And they edit and clean and do the whole thing. So Mark is good. But that sound was, that one in the back doesn't bother me, but this one is too much. Okay, so let's start again. What we're saying on the sanctuary.
Yes. That's how this organization got started. We had two sisters, Barbara and Bunny, who were rescuing animals living in the city. And people were asking them to do photo shoots, things like that. So when they started that, they said, well, maybe we can do that and earn money to take care of these rescues that we have.
Genius.
And and things expanded. Now they have many acres upstate New York with all types of animals, and the reason they do this particular work is in order to support the sanctuary. And we have so many rescues, and each one has their story to tell. So it's a very heartwarming situation.
I talked before on the show about the turtle, the huge turtle.
Oh,
that thing
Oscar.
that is here. Oscar. Okay, like he thinks he's human.
Yes. He walks around like a person. just takes over.
And the little wallaby.
Yes, wasn't that adorable?
Oh, cute. Yeah, definitely. And the camels, the reindeers, all these creatures. So how many, do you know like how many in total are in the sanctuary?
Well, they have about maybe over 700.
Over 700 rescue animals that are available to work, and that's why they appear in all the big top shows.
That's right. Well, the ones that like it. Now, we have animals that don't take to the industry, and they are supported by the ones that do.
Yes, okay.
You know, like the Nipper and Chipper dogs from RCA. Now, Nipper was a rescue.
Okay.
And he got into the field and just took to it after extensive training because he had been abandoned and was in bad shape, but once built up, and he really
he became a star
and traveled.
It was just a little love and attention, and they just blossomed.
He traveled all over the country in limousines and
look at that.
The
That's
best
a dog's
hotels
life.
in the airlines. He sits in first class seating.
Oh my!
So it's quite a thing to see, and how happy the animals are.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Because it is just showing, how any pet, you can go and rescue a pet to a shelter, rescue group, and then through your love and care, the animal is going to blossom.
Oh, it does, and we see it all the time.
All the time,
and,
all the time.
Like we were saying, it isn't just the dogs and cats.
Yes, Well, I have a hermit crab.
Oh, you do?
It's a rescue.
Oh, how cute.
And when he changed shells, for me was the biggest thing ever. I know that people were wondering, like, hey, come on, this is a little guy, but for me, it's a living creature, and I take that very serious for me. So he's not going anywhere.
No, that's right.
So keep in mind, if you need a hermit crab, I have one at home. I call him Mr. Crab because I'm a fan of SpongeBob. I'm a kid at heart, guilty as charged,
Well, that's why you're so enthusiastic, and that shows. You sparkle all over.
Yes, the bling. So you guys accept volunteers or donations for the sanctuary?
Yes.
Okay, and how people can go about that?
Well, they can call us at 212-575-9396.
Okay.
That's the agency.
We're going to post that in the blog.
And then we will tell you how you can write to the sanctuary or contact them.
Okay.
And that'd be wonderful. All the animals would appreciate any donation.
Oh, definitely. Do you guys give tours?
Sometimes.
You guys should make a tour just for us.
Yeah, well, by appointment, we can do it. We often do filming up there too.
So we can go and might see, somebody filming a show with the elephants.
You never know. Yeah, we had Lisa Marie Presley do a photo shoot with our elephant.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
The elephant had been a baby and burnt in the Vietnam War.
Wow. And how he was brought to the United States.
Someone called, said, we have an elephant, a baby elephant that was burnt and abandoned. Do you want? We said yes, but we didn't know
that
they were serious. And then we were called a few weeks later. We have your elephant. And yes, baby elephant, all burnt. She is now a star. She is around 25 years old, just beautiful, and she's very attached to.
So let me understand it. This happened 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
And that probably was the first elephant.
She's still living in the sanctuary.
And what's the name of her? What's the name?
Fritha.
Fritha.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Fancy name for Fritha. How many elephants do you have?
Well,
she's the one who started it all?
We have the one, yeah. Because they're hard to transport. Like, you can't take them on sets.
Hey, I will say.
So we have them, people come to shoot right up there.
Okay. So it's a lot more comfortable for her, so she doesn't stress. Okay, so we're gonna post that in our blog so people can know where to send, donations, and if they want to volunteer their time, how they can go about that. And then in the talent agency part, what people can do if they, you're going to receive
Oh, yes.
a lot of calls and emails approaching you. So what should they do? What is going to be the correct process for them to go with you in terms of them showing you their pet?
Well, it would be first to contact us, and then we'd have to know about the training that the animal has.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd email us a couple of pictures.
Okay, great. So that's simple enough.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't create a monster or too much work for you.
We enjoy every minute of it.
Well, my dogs love you.
I love them. I wish they were here.
Well, Diane, it's such a pleasure talking to you. Tú eres un amor.
Oh, thank you. Same here.
Thank you. And then I guess I'll be seeing you soon. Guys, we're going to post some of the information for you on our blog again. And I'll be talking to you soon. Okay?
Great.
Thank you. What a great time I had with Diana. Dawn Animal Sanctuary has been featured in many films throughout the years. And how amazing it is that they started such a big company just because they were doing rescues. It's truly commendable. Guys, denles una mano. Give them a hand. Estoy segura that to handle over 700 animals is not easy and is expensive. Bueno, going back to your little stars, Diana was on point in some of the basics. If you are interesado to have your pets working as profesionales, her number again is 212-575-9396. Let me just say the number again, 212-575-9396. In Spanish, 212-575-9396. Okay? Our time has run up. We will post in our blog tips from the celebripups in how you can get your pets into showbiz. And espero that you all enjoyed this show and that the tips are helpful in your journey to the pet show business area. If someone approaches you for a pet job and you need representation, give a call to Dawn Animal Agency and they will handle the deal for you appropriately, where your animals will receive a fair treatment and respect from those interested in hiring you. That will show them that you are no amateur and mean serious business. Until our next show, check on our blog and email me your comments. Besos, abrazos, mucho amor. Su amiga, your friend, Ada Nieves, and her New York City team Chihuahua.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.